Okay, so I have a real quick for sale video of this car, and I just wanted to showcase a couple of its key features. I know I'm not going to get them all here, but I wanted to get some of them. So on the chassis itself, we have a 4.5 front bumper. It has an ink blue colored, it's like a Hemi blue engine bay. All the brackets and everything in the engine bay have all been color matched. The engine block is black, transmission black. It's real clean underneath there. I have a glass sunroof from a 5th gen swapped into it. It has KYB shocks on it with the new speed springs, so it's lowered just a tad. Rides really nice. So it has hashboard engine mounts and hashboard T-bar. This has a conversion kit in it where it's been converted to manual brakes. It has the EK prop valve and Valex lines. Let's take a look under the engine bay here. So everything's been done black and blue on it. Alright, back to the book here. So there's a full Valex line kit on it with the EK prop valve, like I was saying. There's an Exetti master cylinder, brand new master cylinder on it. Brand new slave cylinder, stainless steel line for the clutch system that's on it. Transmission was just freshened up. The engine block was built completely from scratch, so was the head. So there's about 6 miles on this engine, and it runs super smooth. So the base coat on this car is midnight black, and it has in the clear coat zombie blue and Bronx gold pearl. It has new front calipers on it with EBC pads. The rear brake calipers I reused, and they have just brand new pads on them. They're just AutoZone style pads. And up underneath the engine, I modified the fuel filter to have a fuel pressure gauge on it, and it's a grams fuel pressure gauge. It has a little bit of pressure in it right now because I just started it up to drive it over here. HP9. It has high pressure fuel line on it, and then a tap spot for you to tap into the TPS sensor if you would need to do that. New ground relocation terminals. It's wired for an amp and subwoofers, though I don't have an amp or subwoofers in it. It is wired for it, and the wires ran for it to the trunk. The wheels that are on it are monolight wheels, and they've been powder coated in a hammered copper bronze. The center caps have been laser etched. This car is a real special edition 1995 Honda Prelude. It had the gold emblems on it. I lost some information. I'll pick that up then. It has a brand new windshield in it. But it does not have the windshield gasket that you can't find, so it's missing a gasket. Back here in the trunk, there's a brand new floor in it. This is a new piece of wood, new carpet. It has the jack stuff from factory, and you can see it's wired for an amplifier. If you'd like to hook one up, it's all there and ready to wire in. It has a vibrant exhaust system on it. So there's the pipes. Up front, the headlights are aftermarket headlights. They don't leak and fog up. They have a projector in the, I guess that's the high beam. No, low beam. Then clear corners, crystal clear upper, clear lower. Usually the 4th gen doesn't have that light up front, but this one does because it has the 4.5 front bumper, so I made sure to include the marker light in it. So we went over the headlights. It has the gold frame, gold parts on it, gold washers underneath. All the fender washers are gold. Replaced the windshield on it, and it has no power steering. It has a looped steering rack in it, so that's been looped properly. You can see it. All the hoses are all new. These are all silicone hoses, black. As far as these, they're all black also. All the heater hoses going down to the heater core and everything. Has a wrapped black exhaust. Hope this is showing up okay. Black block. It is a H22A. Passport mounts. On the front mount, it's just the stock front mount. And there's the gold fender washers that are all over everywhere, as you can see. Alright, so inside of the engine, it's a JDM H22 block powder coated intake manifold. It's the wrinkle black matte. It has a TIG welded butterfly plate, so the butterflies have been removed, the holes cut out, and the holes welded closed on the outside of it, and then powder coated over top of it. The valves were all ground by me, cleaned. So all the valves, this is a super clean running engine. Really went in depth in the valve lash job that it did, in the valve grinding. Polished the cam journals. It has a Stant 170-degree thermostat. It has brand new nip-on rings, and the VTEC solenoid was just rebuilt on it also. So I rebuilt it top and bottom and where it connects to the block. It has OEM pistons. They're the P13 pistons. The block was hot tanked and the head was hot tanked before I rebuilt them. And then that's ceramic heat paint from Eastwood that's on the block and transmission. It has a KS tuned balance shaft delete kit, KS tuned aluminum shaft spacer on the crank snout of it also, so it lightened up that whole setup. And then a Gates blue timing belt. Like I said, I did a really precision valve lash job on this car whenever I did the final setup on it, so it really turned out well, along with the header wrap and all that really turned out nicely. The silicone heater hoses and engine kit installed beautifully, and then you can see even the cam gears, they were painted to match in this ink blue, hemi blue color. The transmission has Torco transmission fluid in it. It has NGK laser platinum spark plugs. And all of this stuff here on the valve cover that you're seeing, I trimmed the edge off of the valve cover and around the upper timing cover. So you can see this and you can check your timing without having to remove the whole valve cover. Also has a billet engine dipstick. So the interior, let's move on here. It has the 92, 93 blue interior. The blue door cards, the blue 92, 93 dash, and then with all black accents on it. I did little black pieces all over it. Then also it has, through my business, the stainless steel overlays for the sills. Even the seats, I took the time to take another set of seats and take the black pieces off and put it onto the blue seat. On the door cards, they turned out really neat because this is black leather on the blue card and then the black bottom half with the blue speaker grill. The steering wheel is the blue steering wheel with black airbag and then custom horn buttons. On the clock, there's 168,000, but on the engine, there's actually only 5.8 miles that I put on it since the engine's been rebuilt. The interior turned out really neat. I really like how this turned out. Black grills, black down the center. I have the key halfway in it there, so. But here we have the laser down here, and that's an Alpine head unit with a billet shift knob. That head unit also is the Alpine. It has the Blackbird in it for the GPS, so it has GPS navigation on it. Has brand new floor mats that I put in it. Let me take this key out so it stops throwing a fit. The center console is the rare one. I don't really know which this came from, but it's the one with the cup holder. Cup holder doesn't spring up, but and then I thought that was a cool little. It lights up when you push it whenever the keys are in it. So let's fire it up. It's a cold start. It's been sitting here for a while, as I just pulled it over here probably like an hour ago. So let's go listen to the engine. Close this trunk. This trunk is the one that has the brake light in it. It's a special edition. There's no upper third brake light up there. OEM intake on it. ABS has been deleted. These wires, I need to just delete them off and tie them in yet. There's a couple little odds and ends I want to do to the car yet. But this is just like the very first for sale post for it, if anybody's interested. Yeah, like I said, brand new paint job, fresh in transmission, brand new engine, head, everything's done in it, all the fancy upgrades. But it's left it at the point where the buyer could actually kind of choose which direction to point it in next. I got them set and on the way with all the good stuff, and then somebody can come in with their finishing touches and go ahead and do whatever they want to do with it. Here we can kind of see the paint. The pearls that are in it are really, really neat. Like I said, it's a Bronx Gold Zombie Blue pearl in the clear coat on Midnight Black base coat. So this car is going to be for sale for $10,000. I'm not really willing to bargain on it because that's exactly what I have invested in it, and I'm not asking anything for my labor. I don't want to turn around and part this car out or anything like that because it turned out really well. But all the pieces together, if you value it up, you would have $10,000 in all the different whatnots. That's custom laser etched through the business. Stainless steel. Those has XPEL on it. It's not marks, it's just something. The interior's in beautiful shape. New floor mats for the back also. It's a full set. They're not OEM floor mats, but they are made for in 4th generation Prelude, so they fit the way they should on the floors. This lights up when you turn the lights on, the ashtray delete. Here we can see the door cards a little better. I really enjoy how these turned out. With the black bottom half on them. This is all from a black door. And then the blue speaker grill. The SE leather on the blue card. I tried to make it tasteful how I put the black and the blue together on the interior. So the black runs down the center, up through the back. It's blue, blue, black speaker grill, black speaker grill, blue speaker grill, blue speaker grill. I like that this is the clean dash. It doesn't have the ABS bag in it. The car is not perfect, but it's probably one of the most perfect ones out there. As far as the paint job, it turned out excellent, except for one spot that the paint just kind of didn't take quite right on it, and that's right here. See, it's just the paint got goofy on it. So when it was buffed, we kind of cleaned this up a little bit and buffed over it. It looks pretty good. It's not rust. It's just a spot that didn't take quite right. Other than that, the paint turned out wonderful on it. It has some like PCI replica skirts that I made for it. Those are ARP chrome-headed bolts that I made, and laid out some spacers for the bottom, so that's what holds them in the correct locations. One last look at the engine. You can hear how she purrs very nicely, no ticking. It's really a super clean running engine. New NGK wires, new distributor cap. So everything's pretty much brand new, or been cleaned up to brand new up front here. Same way with the interior, exterior. If there was a problem, I tried to address it. So that's all for the little teaser video. I did use some like wire mesh here. This is black powder coated in the wrinkle black matte, just like the valve intake manifold is done in. It has the 5th gen fog lights and turn signals. Like I said, this is a 4.5 bumper, so it has 5th gen bottom half, 4th gen top half. So I'm gonna make a better video soon, but this is just something I wanted to get it on the market and up for sale. So this is like the little video I was able to put together for you. So I hope that it's not too shabby, but it's somewhere to get started. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time and any interest that you may have. Feel free to contact me, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can.